Hi friends, and welcome to this session of Conceptual Orthopedics in Trauma. So today we'll be discussing about Ganga Hospital Open Injury Severity Score. Okay, so before we begin, how many of you know this score in detail? Is there anyone who knows this score thoroughly? Okay, how many of you have heard about this scoring system? Okay, one raised hand. That's it. Couple of raised hands. Okay. So for those of you who are giving DNB exams, I think you have heard because it's an often asked exam question, right? Okay. So for limb salvage versus amputation, what scoring system do you know? Anyone can unmute and start speaking. This is a very informal session. I mean, this session can be finished in 5 minutes flat if required, but then we will do it a slightly different way. What scoring system are you aware of for a limb salvage or amputation? Anyone? Okay, what classification system do you use to classify open injuries in your institute? Okay, someone is replying MESS for severity scoring. Okay. Gustilo-Anderson for classification, fine. Okay. So for those of you who are telling that we use MESS, that is manual extremity severity score, have you really used this in patients? Or is it just that it's there in the books and you've read about it? Have you tried using this on the patient? And how feasible is it to really decide amputation or salvage? Books on it, right? So that's what is there. So most of the things that we hear of or we do use on a routine basis is what is there in books, which was described easily half a century ago. Okay, Gustilo-Anderson was way back in 1970s, and MESS was even before that. So we are still following it without actually knowing whether it is worthy or not. But this particular system, that is Ganga Hospital Open Injury Severity Score, is a much better system, right? I'm not telling this because Ganga Hospital is also one of big centers in South India, and I belong to South India. I'm not promoting that, but if you see into the system, it is such specifically designed to help each one of us. Okay, forget the exam part. Let us not be present in this session just to clear our exams. Okay, I would rather suggest each one of you to understand the system and start using this in each of the case. You will see the beauty of the system only once you start using it. Okay, so exams, theory questions, practical questions are all part and parcel of orthopedic training. I understand that, but there is life way beyond that. Okay, so we need to be prepared for that, right? Yes, it was described by Ganga Hospital, Coimbatore, South India. So we need to be all the more using, all of us need to be using the system because it is from Indian surgeons, and then we need to promote whatever great work the Indian surgeons are doing worldwide, right? So let us see what the system is and whether this system is only for limb salvage versus amputation, or is it little more than that? Okay, so why is a scoring system required? This is a thing that any PG trainee or junior resident thinks, that why one more scoring system? It will be very difficult to buy out things. It will be very difficult if it's asked in exams. They ask this for 10 marks flat in DNB. And it's very difficult to replicate. So we get less marks. And we all be aggrieved by why have different scoring systems, right? But think from other point of view. Now, this is literature based. What is the average number of type 3B open tibia cases that a UK surgeon treats, a UK trauma surgeon treats, versus average number of type 3B open cases that a Indian trauma surgeon treats? Okay. Can anyone unmute and take a wild guess? What's the ratio like? I can't see the chat box, so I can't see the chat box. So please don't put it in chat. You can unmute and tell. More than 2 members. If you want to unmute and tell, you can tell.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Sir, myself Himanshu. Sir, the ratio must be widely 10:1.
Right. Okay. Good. 10 who's?
Sorry, sir.
Who is doing the 10? Indian surgeon is doing
10. Oh, sorry. Sir, UK surgeon 1 and Indian surgeon 10. So 1:10.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yes.
Right. Okay. That's the ratio. So this is a study conducted very recently. It has been. Why are we talking of type 3B open tibia? Now type 1 open tibia. We are talking of Gustilo-Anderson. This is okay. Type 1 open tibia, type 2 open tibia, type 3A open tibia. Not much difference in the functional outcome whether topmost institute treats it or even the peripheral remotest orthopedic surgeon, well-trained orthopedic surgeon treats it. Right? There's not much difference. Anyone can treat that. The problem comes when there is a type 3B open tibia, and when you see at it, as of now, UK trauma surgeon in a trauma institute is treating only about roughly 2 cases per year, whereas the number is about 20 per year for an Indian surgeon. Okay, now this is not wild guesswork, but this has been statistically proved of how much difference is happening. Why is saying that? Is because the road traffic accidents are actually declining in developed countries. You go to UK, US, it's declining because most of them follow traffic rules. Everything is as per signals. You have lane discipline. You have proper roads, dividers, and all the lanes also have speed limits. Whereas in India, you can see from cow to dogs to bullocks to the most speediest vehicle on the road going in the same lane. There's no lane discipline. So more and more accidents, and the most commonly injured bore in any accident, especially if it's a two-wheeler injury, is the leg. And more often than not, it happens to be an open tibia, and definitely with such a high velocity injury, it will be type 3B. Okay, so should we be following a system which was described way back half a century ago? Plus, should the whatever systems, the salvage versus amputation scoring systems that the West follows, is it same applicable to us? Is what we need to question ourselves. And second, most importantly, what about medical legal cases? Now, amputation is a big surgery for any patient. Okay, so once an amputation is done, it is an irreversible process. We all know that, and the disability for the patient is lifelong. Okay, so once there is an amputation just happened, so the court decides on how much disability is there, how much the patient deserves the compensation, and many times it reverses also. So the negligence suits have been put forth on the treating surgeons also that amputation was not required and amputation was done, and hence the surgeon is liable to pay some money, compensatory amount. Okay, so in these cases we can't tell in court that yeah, right, this was Gustilo-Anderson type 3B and that's why it required amputation. It's absolutely no way you can do that, because type 3B means nothing. And we'll see how type 3B is actually a huge spectrum of injuries that we see, right? So there is nothing for us to hold on to something in court. If someone sues me, for example, that I have done a surgery, an amputation without having any backup, there is nothing that I can show for telling that yes, I based my decision depending on this knowledge and these skills. So if there is something like that, then it's definitely helpful, and that is why this system is also useful. Okay, so whenever we talk of treatment of type 3B open tibia fractures, there is only two things: we can either save the limb or we can amputate the limb. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of both? We're talking of Indian scenario, Indian patients do not accept amputation that easily. Okay, so much so that there are patients who go around with a dysfunctional limb, go to multiple hospitals asking something to be done. They are okay with having a totally disfigured, dysfunctional, infected, open bone, exposed bone, necrotic limb, but they will not undergo an amputation. Acceptance limit is very, very, very low. The cost of the process is, although the government has subsidized and there are multiple NGOs who are providing at a very cheap cost, but still a good functional processes which many private companies have, they are still not affordable to most of our patients, and activities of daily living. Now, if you move away from tier 1, tier